Today we're going to be teaching you everything you need to know about the two-handed backhand. So what's the difference between the one-handed and two-handed backhand? With the one-handed backhand you're going to generate more power and have a wider reach. But with the two-handed backhand you're going to have more control, consistency and be able to hit a wider range of shots and pace. It's really hard to take pace off the one-hander, which is why the two-hander is better for pickleball. It allows you to hit hard when you need it and then take pace off for those tight roll drops. Also, the two-hander is way better for speed-ups as it's easier to disguise. I tried the regular choked up grip, which felt okay, but as soon as I extended my index finger onto the paddle, I started getting way more control and feel. Try both and see what you like, but I recommend putting the finger on the paddle. The two-hander is all about feel. Start by using your non-dominant hand only. As you can see, I've got the same grip, but I've just taken my right hand off. Don't worry too much about where the balls are going, as it's really about the feel of the shot with your left hand generating the power. The more reps you can get, the better. Work on dinking to a variety of different spots so you can simulate a match situation. Now add your dominant hand back on. I want you to feel like the left hand and arm is still doing all of the work and the right hand is simply just guiding the paddle. Also notice how I'm planting my outside leg behind the ball as an anchor, pushing off of it and transferring my weight back to centre. Rather than just swinging through the shot, I'm brushing up the back of the ball with a low to high swing path to generate topspin. For speed ups, start with your non-dominant hand again. Imagine a windshield wiper swiping from low to high, really brushing over the ball. Target the speed ups down the line and also down the middle. Now add the second hand back on. Remember, we're generating all the power from the left hand and arm and using the right as more of a point of contact. Focus on planting the outside leg and using it to have a stable base. Now hit speed ups with dinks added in. Part of mastering the speed up is disguising the speed up as a dink. You want your speed up to look exactly the same as a dink so that you can catch your opponents off guard. Try and hold the paddle until the very last moment before you start the speed up motion. Now for the drive, start with your non-dominant hand to get the feel of the shot. As we're further back, you can swing through more. And I'm hitting one line, one cross to work on hitting different spots. Now add the second hand back on, but still feel like the left arm is doing all the work. For the footwork, I'm using a closed stance, moving out, planting my left foot behind the ball, and then stepping through with my right foot and transferring my weight through the shot. Then bringing my left leg around to push off of it and recover back to centre. It's also good to learn the open stance drive, as there may be times you can't transition to the closed stance. Plant and hit off the outside leg without stepping through. This also helps your speed ups, which are hit with this stance. For the drops, we're starting with the non-dominant hand again. Plant the outside leg and keep the ball in front of you. Focus on minimal to zero backswing and all follow through. Now add your second hand back on. I'm finishing my follow through by brushing up the back of the ball to generate topspin, and this will dip harder at the kitchen line. The easiest place to drop to is cross court, as there is the greatest distance and therefore you can create a longer arc and have more margin for error. As you reach the advanced level, you want to target your drops more to the middle of the court, as you'll see people earning drops from the side of the court. If you're struggling with hitting your drops too high, just loosen your grip and you'll be able to swing through the shot more. For the two-handed backhand volley, load on the outside leg, rotate your shoulders and let the left arm do all the work. The more you use your left arm and rotate your shoulders, the more powerful your volley and counter will be. Try to hit the ball with your shoulders. When do you use one hand? When do you use two hands? So anything in between the shoulders, you want to use one hand. Anything that goes outside to that left shoulder, you'll want to use two hands. And this is because if you use two hands in between the shoulders, you don't have much space and will get jammed up. If you were to use one hand outside of the left shoulder, it's really hard to generate power. That's why it's good to use both in conjunction with each other. To get better at this, have someone feed you balls to your body and outside your body so you can get used to the decision making. For the backhand return, start with a low, wide, stable base and your grip ready to hit a backhand. Take a flow step into a split step so you're ready to move in any direction. For the shallow returns, step forward on the outside leg and then transition the weight to the other leg, stepping through in a closed stance. For deeper returns, step back onto the outside leg, and you may have to hit some of these in an open stance as you'll have less time. This is how you practice on your own and get the reps in. Start with the left hand only against the wall. Then add the right hand and practice your dinks. For volleys, start with your left hand only. Then add the right hand. The closer you are to the wall, the harder it will be and the less reaction time you'll have. One forehand cross and then one backhand cross. This drill is great for getting used to transitioning between the two shots. Now get used to hitting one-handed and two-handed volleys together. Anything in between the shoulders is one hand, anything outside the left shoulder is two hands. Practicing backhand volleys from further back will help when moving through the transition zone. Start at the back and focus on crashing the net, hitting a backhand drive volley and closing the net until you can't hit anymore. Once you get close enough to the wall and into a hands battle, grab the ball and start again. Move further back and practice backhand drives with a closed stance. Then practice your drives with an open stance. Move even further back and get a load of reps in of purely backhand drives. Build your confidence and focus on moving your body to hit in a variety of different positions. Hit one forehand cross, one backhand line, one backhand cross, and keep repeating this. This is one of my favourites that replicates a game situation. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or want specific videos in the future, drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as it helps me out a ton. If you want to save some money on some of the products that I love, check the description below for some discount codes. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day.